Hello explorers, today I'm going to share with you how to join a gym here in Tokyo in Japan, because that's exactly what I did yesterday. Prior to arriving in Tokyo, I did some research on Google to find out which gyms were quite close to my apartment, or at least within 10 minutes journey of my apartment. And the biggest challenge that I found is that obviously all of the websites were in Japanese and didn't provide an English version. And when I tried to use Google Translate, because of how the sites have been designed, it didn't translate the content into English. But thankfully, I managed to find a gym called the Tokyo Metropolitan Gymnasium. All of the website was in English, there was lots of really good information on there, and that's the gym that I joined yesterday. Now I have to say that all of this information is really for those of you who are only visiting Tokyo for maybe a couple of weeks and up to a month, because there is cheaper options if you're staying here much longer. It was really important that I found a gym that offered a few different ticketing options. I wanted either a daily, weekly or a monthly pass. I didn't want to get involved in any contracts. So this gymnasium offers a few different options. You can either purchase a 2.5 hour ticket, which gives you access to the gym and the swimming pool, and that costs you 600 yen, which is about £4, about $6 US. The other option is a full day pass, and that gives you access to the gym, the pool, and also any classes that are going on the day. That costs 2,500 yen, which is about £17, about $20 US. I thought that was expensive. I wouldn't spend a full day in the gym, so I decided to go for the 2.5 hour pass. They do a monthly pass, but to be honest, you have to fill an application form in. It takes 48 hours, and also it's in Japanese the form, so I decided against getting that pass. When I arrived at the gymnasium, I was really nervous. I was completely out of my comfort zone, and I was worried about the language barrier. But thankfully, a member of staff did speak a little bit of English and directed me to a machine. Now the machine is basically the ticketing machine, and you put in your money, either coins or notes, and you choose what type of ticket you want to purchase. In this case it was a 600 yen ticket. I put my money in, it gave me a little card, and then I headed towards the fitness rooms. Now thankfully all of the signs in the gymnasium are in Japanese and English, so you can't really get lost. You go through some security gates, you put your card in, and your card comes out at the other side. When you get to the changing room, you will notice that there are two huge buttons. One is green, one is red. You click on the green button and that will open the door automatically. You go into the changing room and then click the red button, and that will close the door and lock it. You'll find a locker in the room, well, a series of lockers in the room. You take a key, which is on like a wristband. You put all of your clothes and items in the locker and then lock it up, put the wristband around your wrist, and then open the door and then close it. When you get to the fitness room, this is where it starts to get very confusing. As far as I'm concerned, it is completely different than anything I have experienced at any gym in the UK. So you need to bear all of this in mind. When you walk into the fitness room, you'll see all of the equipment. You'll see the treadmills, the cross trainers, the exercise bikes, and next to them, on them even, will be a blue code with a number. Now what you need to do is look for a board as you enter the room, and on there will be a number. Now the number corresponds to the number on the machine, so you need to look for a machine that is available, and then you need to look for that number on the board. There will be a felt tip pen that you write the time that you want to finish using that piece of equipment. So if you're using a treadmill and it's number 18 that's free, you look for number 18 on the board and put the time that you're going to finish doing your workout. Now you've got an option either 30 minutes or 60 minutes. So you choose depending on if you're going to be there for 30 or 60 minutes and put a time on. So I was going to be on the treadmill for 30 minutes, so I put the time for 30 minutes in advance. So I arrived there at 11 o'clock, I put 11:30 on the board. You then go to the machine, you take the blue cone and you put it on the hook at the side of the machine. You then use the machine. Now the machine will be in Japanese, but the machines are very easy to understand. The symbols on there are pretty much the symbols you see on all of gymnasium equipment. And you obviously see the green for go, the red for stop, and the blue for cool down. So it's very easy to understand, even though it might be a little bit daunting because the text is in Japanese. When you're using the machine though, like the number of calories, the amount of miles you've done or kilometers, it's all in English, so you won't have any worries with regard to that. So you do your workout, and when you finish, you'll find on a hook at the side a cloth. You clear down the machine with this cloth and then get the cone that you've hooked onto the side and put it onto the equipment, so the treadmill or whatever you've used. You then go back to the board and you wipe out your time on your number, in my case number 18, and then you can leave the gym. And it's as simple as that, but it's completely different to anything that I've experienced in the past. If you have any questions about the gymnasium, please leave them down in the comments. I've left a link to the Tokyo Metropolitan Gymnasium in the card and also down in the description, because it's got lots of information on there. And yeah, if you found it useful, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, click on that subscribe button and the bell notification icon, and I shall see you very soon with a new video from Tokyo in Japan. Take care.